Glowing reports today from my sister who went up early. He had his therapy. Instead of an hour and a half in the morning, they're breaking it up into two 45-minute sessions, and then in the afternoon, he does an hour and a half. He's coming along very well. He's now out of isolation, which is good. Means I don't have to wear the mask, which is kind of funny when you think about it, me wearing a mask, because I would not comply. But I put one on when I go up there, and when there's no one in the room but me and him, I take it down. He's doing very well, very well. Target date for them is next Thursday. Hi, Michael. Hi, Ian. Guys, I want to let you know that I don't know how long this is going to go. I'm just trying to pop in and out whenever I can. Just the reaction I got yesterday, I hadn't done a show for over a week, and I had over 1,700 views. Hi, Janet. So what we're going to just talk today, kind of like yesterday, I have some information I want to share. I have some things I want to share with my talk with God today, and also I want to talk about the hat. But first, hi, Ian. First, let's start off. And as I was mentioning, you guys can go back and listen to the very beginning. Ron's still in the hospital. Very glowing report from him today from my sister who was up there. He's doing much, much better. He's had a really good day. The therapist, when they brought him back to the room from working with him, told my sister that they really worked him hard and he handled everything. So he's setting a very good pace to come home next week. I'm hoping next Saturday. They're hoping next Thursday, but I would like to kind of not be babysitting and be available for him. So he's doing much better, and he thanks everyone for all the prayers. I also want to go on now, and I know she's not on yet, if she even comes on, and that's Marianne. Today is Marianne's birthday, so I'd like to do what I do to everyone when I know it's your birthday. I sing them a song. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Marianne, happy birthday to you. Also, Marianne, I don't know if I'll be available for Bruce tonight. Probably I'll be on somewhere around 8:30, 8:45, because I got something to do after my daughter gets home before I go see Ron. So I'll probably be up there till about 7:30. But I don't know. You probably won't be on tonight. I hope your husband takes you and makes this a special, special birthday. So everybody, make sure you wish Mary Ann a happy birthday today. She's quite the lady. So I'm going to move on now and talk to the kids a little bit. And Jimmy, I know everything you're going through, buddy. I see your messages. I try to answer you and your daddy's messages. I'm a little bit behind because of what I'm going through, but we have to stay positive. You know it, and I think you're getting better at it. Time heals. Nothing's ever going to mend your broken heart from your mommy, but it will heal. You will get stronger, and I'm a firm believer, and I've read this a lot recently. I believe it was Tressie Trek that said it the other day, that when we get everything done here that's going to happen, we're going to be heaven on earth. And we've talked about this a long time, kids. We've talked about being heaven on earth. And I truthfully believe if we're heaven on earth, the people in heaven that we've lost, I don't know how we will communicate with them, but I believe in some way we will be able to talk to loved ones we've lost. That's my opinion. That's opinions of a lot of people that I've been reading. Patriot 11, buddy. Man, I hope you're having a great school year. I hope your horses are doing good for you. And I'm still looking for ranches. But, we need the money. And I believe it's coming soon. Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt Earp, I need a message from you. I need Mommy to have you send me a message. Not from her, from you guys. I want to hear your voice. I want to know you're doing good. Along with Patriot Princess, our queen, and Patriot Hunter. I love pictures. I really love the pictures. But every now and then you send me a little voice message, and it really picks me up. And me and Ron are both in the frame of mind right now. We really need a pickup. Patriot Boogs, Boogie, Boogs, Boogaloo, and Boogaroo. You know, Grandpa John sends me pictures all the time. But if Grandpa John could get you to do a little video where you guys talk to me, it would be amazing. I'm asking all the kids. I mean, even my own grandkids, you know, Patriot, Super Gymnast, Patriot 7, Patriot, Small Hank, Patriot, Little Monkey, who's in watching cartoons right now. She's watching Barbie, smiling like crazy as I walk in. She's wearing a grandpa shirt today. And then Patriot Little Kira, along with Patriot Leilon and Leona. It's amazing that, you know, Mike had his granddaughter name his great-granddaughter after my mom, Leona. Well, when I talk about Leilon, that was my aunt. That was my mom's youngest sister. And they named her after my aunt. So, you know, I guess when you're good enough in life, great enough woman in life to leave a mark where people want to name their kids after you, it's pretty special. You know, kids, as I was talking, when I had my talk with God today, a big part of it was about you guys, because see, you are our future. I know that my generation, the baby boomers, I know that we're probably the greatest generation ever, but we want you to surpass us, because you are children at this time for a reason, because God has chosen you to be the leaders of our country in a certain period of time. And he's chosen us. If you notice the groups in between us, there's some that's in them groups. There's some really good ones, but the majority of them, you know, is nothing. Now, let's go back to Monday, Inauguration Day. The man isn't lying. We haven't seen money yet. We haven't seen what we really want to see, but this man is ruffling feathers. I don't know if you've seen the video of the meteorologist who broke down in tears the other night because it was her last show. They was closing their fake news and fake meteorology company down, and there's a lot more that's happening like that. You know, also, I was reading yesterday that lady of black color, I guess that's the best I can describe her. You know, her and this girl that I talked about yesterday, that, oh, she's a great performer as long as she hardly puts no clothes on and gets out and sells her body instead of her music. You know, the only thing she wants to sing about is her lost loves. Well, you know, maybe you need to find a real love. But her and some other lady supposedly will be leaving the United States. And I said, please, 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 let me drive you. I want to make sure you get on the plane safe. And I really and truthfully believe they will be leaving. I really do. Because people get so wrapped up and say, oh, they're not leaving. They always say it, but they never leave. But I really believe these guys are. See, because I believe they got a one-way ticket to Mo. And if you get what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. I really do. I believe, I mean, the lady of dark color. See, I'm trying to be very nice here because I don't like to call. I mean, to me, a color of a person matters nothing. It's what's in their heart and how they act to me. I could care less if they're purple, pink, yellow, or orange. You know, as I've told the story many, many times, when I was first born where we lived, my mom and my dad, my two brothers and my sister, our next door, our upstairs, my aunt, Leilon, she lived upstairs with her 5 or 6 kids. There was 2 white families. Next door neighbor was white family, and another family about 7 blocks over was white. That was the only white people in the whole area. Black and white has never been an issue with me. So much so that I cried like a baby when we thought Martin Luther King was assassinated. He had a dream. And come hell or high water, I want to see his dream fulfilled. You know, John Fitzgerald Kennedy asked not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. And that's, people, everyone who's on this show, that's why you're on this show today. That's why you're a patriot, because you're not asking what your country can do for you. You're showing what you're willing to do for your country. And to me, that's why we're here. Now, I want to go back to our president. I had a great talk with my son about him. My son is a disliker. My son is a person who dislikes him immensely. He doesn't like the way he talks. He doesn't like the things he does. And one of the reasons my son, mainly the main reason my son does not like that, is because it was just before or just after he was elected the 45th President of the United States of America, which is something that was predicted in 1962 by John Fitzgerald Kennedy, that he would be the 45th President of the United States. But that being said, there was a telethon for cerebral palsy. And Donald Trump, or the Hat, whichever you want to call him, he made a surprise appearance. And he talked and he promoted to the listeners. But he also made a gesture, something like a child with cerebral palsy or whatever, an adult whatever, would make. And it really infuriated millions and millions of people. It literally made them dislike him immensely. But by him doing that, the phone started ringing off the hook. They literally had to ask more people from the audience to come up and 10 phones because they couldn't keep up with all the donations. And then at the end of it all, the man who made the comment donated $25 million of his own money to this cause. See, what I try to say to my son is don't judge the man for what he says. Don't judge him and get mad at him because he said something or he made fun of somebody or he did something. You know what you judge the man on is what he's doing. And we have not had a president in forever that has ever done and cared for his country the way that this man cares for the United States of America. See, this man, as you see my hat, make America great again. Make America great again. And people hate him so much. I was told one day going into a place that I wasn't allowed to come in there unless I took my hat off. I didn't have this one on, I had a different one. But it was the same type of hat, just didn't have the rhinestones. And I said, what does my hat, it's political. Anybody that knows me knows I don't have a political bone in my body. I'm a patriot. That's why I wear red, white, and blue. That's why I wear hats like this. Plus it keeps my head warm. But the whole thing is, when I was talking, I had an amazing talk. I mean, guys, I got so much into my talk with God today. I literally had tears in my eyes as I was talking to him. And I knew I had to come on and do a show. And I know these aren't the shows that you guys look forward to. You look forward to the nightly ones. But now everything we're going through, whenever I can pop on, I'm going to pop on. Am I going to have a great amount of information? No. But I want to elaborate a little more on the hat. Don't judge the man for something he says. He says it. He gets people to do things he wants to do because of things he says, because they get mad and they say, we're going to show you. No, you're not going to show him. You're listening to him and doing exactly what he wants you to do. It's mind over matter. And see, he has the mind. Now, do I get aggravated with him? You better believe it. And you know, I've been told so many times, the people following me, there's been so many hundreds of people that sent me messages and say, Patriot 5, one of the reasons we follow you and your brother is because you don't sugarcoat things. You don't give us hopium. You tell us what you believe. And when you tell it, you actually believe it. There's people out there that will say anything they can to get money. Now, I was just listening to Mark Z, and he says, it's ready to go. He says, the people in Iraq know they have to get this done, and everything is looking great. Yesterday, Texas Snake came out and said he's in the Central Time Zone. And being in the Central Time Zone, he said what time it was. And I can relate to that because I'm in the Central Time Zone. But he was talking, and what he was elaborating on was the fact that he, at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, Central Standard Time, so it'd be 5 Eastern and 2 out on the West Coast. By 4 o'clock, his phone was ringing off the hook from Hong Kong and other countries of people who have high contacts, high information. And they was all saying, everything is ready, everything. All they have to do is send the 800 number out and we go to the bank. All they have to do is when they're gonna do the power thing, is just flip the switch, get everything changed over to the free energy and flip it back on. Everything, guys, everything is ready to go. We think Monday the hat took over. He hasn't done anything. He's done a lot. He just hasn't done what we want, but he's going to. Now, I just read an article just a little bit ago. The 25th of this month is going to be our new Merry Christmas, which would be the 25th. And I know there's, and if you want to know about the calendars, talk to Savior about them, because this lady is amazing when it comes to this. So, you know, we are in the right place at the right time. Would I love to get the 800 number today? Yes, I would. But you know what? If I don't get it till tomorrow, the day after, or next week, guys, he's got no excuses anymore. See, he cannot give us the 800 number. He cannot do, you know, all the other things that were supposed to happen. He could not do that because he did not want Sleepy and Dopey to get any credit for it. They're gone. They're history. You know, it's amazing because I seen that Dopey actually did something, went someplace yesterday to help, to give her support to somebody. And I thought, wow, when she was the VP, she never did anything. Now that she's a has-been, or never was be, whatever, now that she's that, now she wants to go and get her name out there. It doesn't matter. You know, I believe all of them will be getting their one-way ticket. Well, as we know, most of them are already gone. When will all the masks come off? That's going to be a day that's going to open eyes. That's going to be a day for people like us. We're going to sit back. We're going to get the beverage of our choice. It could be an alcoholic beverage. It could just be a glass of ice water. We're going to sit back and we're going to smile as all these people are calling us on the phone. Ralph, why didn't you tell us about this? Ralph, why didn't you let us know about this? We did. We let everyone know, but you don't want to listen. And when you don't want to listen, it has to happen. You know, talking to my son the other day, and I told him, I said, all I'm asking you to do, you can hate the hat all you want. All I'm asking you to do is watch what he does. Don't listen to what he says. And he looked at me, he says, you know, Dad, that actually makes common sense. And I said, sure. See, because he has a knack to get under people's skin. But look it. He got you the last 3 elections to go vote. I don't ask you who you voted for. I know you voted for the other people, but you at least got up and went out and voted. How many millions and millions of people got up and went out and voted? You know, his son Barron, who was growing up, now they're making a big deal. Why did Barron dress like his dad? Well, why not? You know, but I do want to tell one story, and I think you're going to like this. I don't know, you guys might have seen it too. There was an interview, and you didn't get to listen to him talk, but you seen him sitting there. And the interviewer was one of these how do I want to put it? Cocky, arrogant, thinks that he knows it all, host to the show. He likes to put people in situations where they don't feel like they got to wait. And he had a surprise guest the other day. And the surprise guest was Melania. Now, guys, Melania is nothing but amazing. Her and Carrie Underwood, in my book, are top notch. Carrie Underwood the other day when she came through for the Patriots, she became my favorite entertainer. You know, every time I see something posted, she has a site on TikTok. I posted on her site telling her, you know, that girl that goes around with hardly no clothes on to get her fans, where you are classy. I said, that girl tried to break you and she can't do it. You got more followers now than you did. Now, I don't know if it's really her or not, but she responded, yes, I do, thank you. You know, we don't know. I mean, when we're talking like that, we don't know if we're talking to the real person, you know. But all I'm saying is Melania was in this interview. And this man is cocky and brash. And he kept asking her question after question after question, trying to put her in a corner. And she would just pause. Never lost composure once. Looking there as elegant and beautiful as any woman in the world has ever looked. And she would answer. One of the questions was something about what she does. And she says, I do what I believe in. I work with children. She works with something else. And he said something about her marriage. And she says, first you have to know, my life, I'm the First Lady of the United States of America. And I take that seriously. Just because I don't give you interviews, just because I don't do things that you think I should do, don't ever judge me until you've walked beside me. She tells them she's a mother and a wife. And she takes all three of them very, very seriously. And as long as she can excel and be as perfect as she can be in all three, she doesn't have to worry. And the guy said, well, people are saying, and she answered, there's your problem. You're telling me people are saying, you're asking me questions. I'm giving you the honest answers, but you're trying to twirl them to get the answers that you want. You're not going to. You're not going to get an answer from me that's false. I love my husband. I love my child and my children. And she says, I do everything I can do to be the best person. And I believe now with her and our new vice president lady, I believe right now our country, as far as representation, and I'm not just saying it because of beauty, I believe these are two of the smartest, unbelievable, intelligent women that we could ever ask for. And the United States of America right now is in the greatest hands I believe they could be in. Now, I know there's a lot of things going to happen. You know, I read an article about the race car driver, Dale Earnhardt. I heard he's going to be reintroduced soon, and he's going to give the spiel about the NASCAR racetracking. I heard, and that's going to hurt a lot of people. Kobe Bryant is going to come back and fix basketball. I heard Walter Payton and a couple others are going to come back for football. And then there's people in baseball. But guys, there's going to be people in all sports. There's going to be people in the movies. There's going to be people in Hollywood. There's going to be people all over this world that will be leaving us. They will never come back. They will be leaving us. Some may get lucky and get life. But what is the life going to be? When you're used to having billions of dollars in your bank account, when you're used to having anything you want, what's life behind bars? And you know what? I just only hope and pray that when they have this, after a couple of years, they start taking videos and sharing with people and say, look how the mighty have fallen. Now there's people like, you know, some couple that just left. There's people like people before them. There's people in Hollywood like, you know, the guy that likes a box of chocolate. Life is like a box of chocolate. There's people like that. They ain't never coming back. They ain't never coming back, guys. And that's what we have to look forward to. We're going to be living in a world of love and harmony. A world where we can, I'm in a situation where I never know from one day another what's, everybody's like that. But we're going to be living in a world like heaven on earth. We're going to have money. We're going to have freedoms. We're going to have things that we've never experienced. Now, when I talk about money, one of the things I'm aggravated with the hat, and I really believe supposedly the 25th, he's supposed to make some major announcements. People are asking, could this be when he announces the revaluation? Could this be when he announces the R&R? Could this be when he announces the money for the senior citizens and everything else? But one thing he did is he's trying to get a bill passed in Congress for lower housing. Mr. President, my saying to the getting the bill passed for lower housing, it doesn't matter how low the houses are. It doesn't matter if the house is $20,000. If the people don't have the money, they cannot survive. They can't buy a house on no money. If you're homeless on the streets, you can't buy a house. We have to fix it from the bottom up, not from the top down. And I believe he's going to notice that, and I believe he'll do that. I truthfully believe before the end of this month, and this is me. This is not me listening to Mark Z. This is not me listening to Wolverine. This is not me listening to Charlie Ward. This is me. But I truthfully believe before the end of this month that we will see riches. We will know what's going on. People are starving. People need help. And you can't make America great again by just passing laws to get lower housing. You can't make America great again if you're not taking care of the people who need the help the most. And that's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it, guys. I don't have a whole lot more today. We got about almost 30 minutes in the show. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out. And I will post on our sites when I go in and see Ron later tonight, his progress. But as of right now, Ron is ahead of schedule, truthfully, from where they thought he would be. For all of you that didn't know how sick Ron was, he went into the hospital. His heart rate was about 37 a minute. His oxygen level was down around 90, which is supposed to be up around 97 to 98. His blood pressure was good. One of the heart medicines that he takes for every day was working exactly the opposite, which was slowing the heart rate down. Once they got him off of that, his heart rate now is averaging between 60 and 65 every day. It's very good. His oxygen level is right up 97, 98 every day. He has totally made a turnaround. Had Ron not decided to go to the hospital on that late Monday night, early Tuesday morning, it would just be Patriot 5 now. If he would have tried to stay at home 24 hours more, he wouldn't be with us. He was that sick, and he's made a miraculous recovery, and he talks about you guys, and he's actually starting to post again, so you're going to start seeing stuff. He was trying to have me help him last night find where you get Bruce's stuff, because he wants to start sending Bruce's stuff out to you. I know right now as I speak, he's probably in his afternoon session of therapy. So first thing he said to me last night when I went in to see him was, I just got done watching your video. I thought it was good. I know I don't have the information like I usually do because I'm doing it from my phone, but I just want to give you guys updates, tell you my opinions, and let you know we're here. We're not going anywhere. We're here for the end. We said Patriot 5 and Patriot 6 was seeing this through, and then even after it's through, we're going to keep going as a family. We love each and every one of you. Goodbye. God bless, and we love you all. And I'll probably come on tomorrow about this time and do another one.